No!
Uh, we're
No!
we're
No, why are
live.
we recording? Why are we recording?
Oh no.
No. Oh no. Oh good. Hey
Okay, what's
everybody,
up?
welcome.
What's up, guys? So we're it's kind of random this week just because we don't know what to talk about. So we're both movie guys, so we're going to talk about our favorite movies of all time. More specifically, our top five favorite movies of all time.
Ooh. Okay, this was really hard for me. The last 5 minutes you've seen me, I'm like frantic trying to figure out what five to pick. Like, I'll show you guys. I actually had to do something for school. I had to curate an art show, and I decided to do the 15 movies that influenced me the most. I made a list of 30 and had to mark it down. Um, I had to bring it down to 15, and then he asked me my five favorite, so I had to take that 15, take that back down to five. Took me a few
Yes.
minutes.
Well, I
I think I actually I'm comfortable with my list. Oh,
what I'm going to do is I'm going to cheat, and
oh,
I'm just going to go off of what my flick chart list says.
you're what?
You've never been to flick chart?
No,
Oh, dude, you would probably waste way too much time here.
I
It's
spent a lot of time on Tracked.tv.
well, Flick Chart gives you two movies. So, like right now, I have Jaws and Easy Rider, which I will say I've never seen Easy Rider. So let's click the button. Haven't seen it. So now I have Jaws and The Unholy. Haven't seen that either. Okay, so here we go.
You seen Jaws?
I've seen Jaws. Yes, Jaws is one of my favorite movies of all time. So now I have to vote between Jaws or Friday the 13th as to which movie I think is better.
Oh my goodness! I would send me the link. I really need that. I would. My weekend is gonna be shot.
So I would go with Jaws.
I would too.
Actually, a few years ago, I got to one of the local theaters a couple of hours over was doing. Um,
You're in the middle of nowhere.
well, it's one of those things where it was the closest place that was doing this, so did it. They do like classic movies, and they was playing Jaws, so I went and watched it. It was like first time I've seen it in theaters. Uh, it was awesome because it was also like packed. It was sold out. It was crazy.
Nice.
Okay, so I guess what we can do.
Well, I'm signing up for this website right now.
um, yeah, we will next week have a lot more content as since
Yeah.
it's E3 Harold and Maude. I've never seen that. Actually, I've never seen.
Start ranking movies. Oh my goodness. Thanks for showing me this. I have not seen this before.
Yeah, dude,
Oh,
this place is awesome.
E.T., of course.
A Christmas Story or Matrix Revolutions? Christmas Story.
Mine says The Incredible Hulk 2008. I think that was the one with Edward Norton, right?
Yes, yes.
Or The Matrix 1999.
Ooh,
That's my favorite, The Hulk. Oh, I'm a big Edward Norton fan. I'm clicking The Hulk.
okay. So the Hulk right now is currently on Flick Chart. Your top movie. So what we'll do is you want to start at one and go down to five, and we go back and forth, or
Start
just
at
say
one and
each
go to
other,
five? I
or
say
see.
start at five.
Okay. So right now, according to my top 20 list on Flickchart, my number five top movie of all time, The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers.
Really?
Yes.
Out of the three, that was my
Well, now
most.
out of the three, personally, Return of the King is my favorite.
Okay.
But it's one of the downsides, I guess you could say, of Flickchart. And right now, in order for that movie to get to my top 20, The Lord of the Rings: Return of the King has to go up against one of the movies in my top 20 list.
Okay.
And then what happens if I voted in, it will push the rest of the movies down and then like right now number 10 is Talladega Nights. Let's say that goes up against Return of the Kings. Return of the King would now be number 10 with Talladega Nights 11 and everything else kind of pushed down.
Okay.
I mean, overall, I really look at that series as just one giant movie.
Oh, okay, okay, okay.
You know.
Okay,
Um,
this is actually a pretty good one.
okay.
Spider-Man. No, I just wrote that review of Spider-Man. But this
Yeah.
is Spider-Man, Tobey Maguire, to the first one against Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull.
Wait. Okay. So it's first Spider-Man.
It's the first Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire
That one wasn't bad. It was
and
really only the third one that was terrible,
the latest Indiana Jones.
and that one is just terrible no matter what.
Exactly. All right, so your number five is what, Two Towers?
Yes.
Okay. My number five, look at my list here, is Love.
I've never heard of that movie.
Never heard of it. Do you
No.
know who Angels and Airwaves is?
Angels and Airwaves?
The band?
No.
It's a side project of Tom DeLonge from Blink 182.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Blink 182 is like his poppy stuff.
Yeah.
Angels and Airwaves is his art stuff. Like it's awesome.
Oh, yeah, I have heard of Angels and
But so
Airwaves.
Love, they took all of their music and made a movie out of it. And
Mm-hmm.
actually Tom and them wrote it. And they took it and handed it to a director, like a no-name director, and was like, I need you to make this into $1 million big budget movie. I'm only giving you $100,000.
Yeah.
And it's about this guy on the International Space Station as World War III breaks out and he loses contact with Earth. And it's about him
Mhm.
it's about like connections between people because he obviously has no one else to talk to now.
Yeah.
And he starts hallucinating. It's a lot like 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Or it also sounds a lot like
Moon,
Moon.
like Moon, yeah.
Yeah.
Um, it's so good, and like if when you watch it, the scenes that actually are happening inside the International Space Station, they built that ISS in the director's parents' driveway,
Hmm.
and then their Civil War scenes are filmed on their ranch, like in like a middle of a field. The movie is amazing. It is beautiful. The music's amazing, and the story and like the meaning behind it is awesome. I'm really passionate about my top five. Sorry.
Oh no, it's fine. Uh, let's see. My number four right now is Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy.
That's a. Who
Now,
put a
I
question
will
mark on
say
the
another
phone?
one of my, like, if I was to actually sit down and write this out, like I said, I'm kind of just cheating because I think
Right.
it's cooler to. I think it's cool to see what randomness pops up, especially in my top 20 using Flickchart, because I've ranked 1,013 movies on Flickchart.
Holy cow.
Um, because it's not movies that I ever thought I would put in my top five, and what movies that are on my list I thought would have been bigger up, like Die Hard. Die Hard's like my favorite action movie of all time. I'll just give you a quick personal top five, and then we'll keep Die Hard. This is no in particular order. Die Hard, Gone with the Wind, Love Actually, Lord of the Rings. Like I said, I count all three of those movies as kind of one big, huge movie.
Mhm.
And probably something like Groundhog Day. Like that, I think is the perfect comedy. So yes, which you know what, Anchorman, say what you want. If you do want to just like have a dumb comedy play that makes you feel a little bit better, more modern movies, it kind of doesn't get better than the first Anchorman.
Mhm.
So
It, it doesn't. Okay. That was your number four?
yeah,
All right. My number four is The Nines with Ryan Reynolds.
yeah, that one is pretty good.
Oh my goodness. I've watched that thing like four times and I can't wrap my head around it and decide because every time I watch it, make a different decision at the end, and I'm like, okay, so he is a video game designer. Nope, nope, he's not. Nope, he is an angel. nope, nope, he is not. And then I'm like, he is. I can't decide, like, because there's so it explains it so well.
I like stuff that does that because it makes me think of when when I went and watched Inception,
Okay,
and I think
when I
this was
watched
the.
Inception, I got about 20 minutes into it and got bored and turned it off.
Oh, have you ever finished it?
I rented it.
Oh,
It was a red box, and so I took it back. I need to get it. I need to buy it. I need to add it to my
yeah.
cart.
I'd already seen it, so when this certain event happened, it was my second time watching it. So you haven't finished it yet.
No,
Do
you
you
know what?
know what happens?
Like I know it's about dreams and stuff.
Okay, well, I can't really tell this story because. Well, anyways, I'll just say this:
You
there's
can.
something that happens at literally the last like 45 seconds of that movie that's
Oh,
what everybody talks about.
okay. Yeah, I don't know
And
that.
it's kind of one like in the nines where it's like, okay, what's really going on? This couple gets up like 2 minutes before the movie ends. I don't know if they just thought that the movie was over because it does kind of everything's wrapped up. But like I said, there's this thing that happens that makes you go, "Whoa, wait a minute!" And then I hear them outside talking like, "That was a terrible movie." And have you ever just had that urge where you just want to like slam that person against the wall and like, "Sir, that was art. What are you talking about?" I kind of had that when I
Yeah,
heard that.
I went and saw a couple weeks ago. I went and saw the new Wes Anderson film, who by far he is my favorite director. I'm kind of sad that I didn't put one of his films on my top five, but he is my favorite director. He's phenomenal. But so I went and saw the Grand Budapest Hotel the other day with one of my friends, and there were literally three other people in the theater with us. It was like an old couple and then a guy by himself up front. And that guy, he was there, and he left towards the end. Like he watched all of it, but like it was just I thought it was funny to he was laughing at most of it. I don't know where I'm going with the story. I really don't. I had an idea and I kind of lost it. I have no idea what I'm talking about now, so I'm just kind of rambling. I'd like you to stop me at some point.
So,
All
um,
right, so no, the Nines. That movie, I I freaking love that movie. From the beginning to end. I love that movie. When I first watched it, it was like 4 a.m. I was pulling an all-nighter and was like, I have to be at class at 8. If I go to bed in like an hour or two, I'm not gonna wake up and go to class. I'm just gonna stay up and watch a movie. And so I'm like running on Monster, half asleep, watching the Nines for the first time. And my roommates had stayed up with me, and he passed out halfway through it. And he wakes up and he goes, "What the heck did we just watch?" It was great. I love that. I love that movie so much. All right, I'm gonna butt in.
okay.
Actually, no, you go. You go. I talked a lot
Um,
about nothing.
Number three, Goldfinger,
Good
James Bond.
choice.
Yes.
Good choice.
I am a huge James Bond
Not
fan.
gold member. Not gold
No,
member.
no, Goldfinger.
That
Um,
is by far one of the greatest James Bond movies of all time.
just to show, look, I will show you what I would consider, I think, is probably my favorite piece in my movie collection. Ah,
You've got a headset on, dude.
I should have taken my headset off, but
You're still walking away with it.
well, that way people can hear me. Now, don't get jealous when you see this.
I'm gonna be kind of mad, aren't
Maybe.
I? Oh God.
Yes. And this is actually the one that's kind of hard to find now because this is the one that didn't come with Skyfall. It actually wait,
It came out
wrong.
before Skyfall.
Yeah. So it actually, but what was cool, it it had the spot already to put Skyfall,
Mm.
and then it actually Skyfall was released. Now Skyfall's the only one that was white, but see all the rest of the movies are
Black.
the black like this, and it goes through, and it kind of there's a little kind of says what year each movie came in. So
Well, if we're going to be showing off a little bit of memorabilia, my number 5 was clearly, what's it called? Love. The Love pack that I had got when I got the movie came with the graphic novel of Love.
cool.
You would probably love to read this
Oh,
graphic novel.
somebody just asked a question.
No, they did not.
Yes. Hey guys, this is from Emperor Penguin. Hey guys, kind of new at this, but I have a question. What is the live chat about? We are currently going through our top 5 movies of all time.
This chat, we try to do it every week. We try to put it on Sundays. This week was a little late. But yeah, we cover random topics. Depends on what it is. Is it next week? I think next week will be.
We'll kind of be kicking off E3 and trying to do a hangout each night to talk about like what's going on. Probably do one Sunday, our pre-E3 guest show,
Mm-hmm.
and then try and do one Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, with Thursday probably also being the debut of a podcast.
Yep. Well, our normal hosts are Ryan and myself. We're the two that are on here the most. We try to bring in other people from our community, our gaming community, at crossconsolegamers.com, and whatever else we have in the works. And we bring in other staff members that are on our writing staff and other places. And then we try to have guest hosts every once in a while with from random gaming outlets and Christian outlets and other things.
Okay.
What is that?
Oh my, I was commenting on the YouTube version. I guess somebody else just said something.
Yeah, Josh.
I guess they was commenting on the YouTube. Thought they was commenting on the YouTube page, but it actually went to this. So I guess that's not really a question. So not gonna ask that. Okay. So anyways.
Holy cow! Okay, so I just looked at the Facebook page.
Yeah.
The post you put up for this video, 283 people have seen that post. All right, so we are at your number 3 was Goldfinger.
Yes.
My number 3. Oh goodness. All right. Now I don't normally put this at number 3. I normally put it up there towards number 1. Citizen Kane.
You know, I've never seen it.
1941, Orson Welles' masterpiece. Oh my goodness, that movie. Oh, okay. So it's about a guy, Charles Foster Kane, who he grows up in like the sticks, and somebody leaves his family, leaves to him the Colorado Lode, which is like a gold strip. Mountains, and his like grandfather or somebody leaves it to him, and that makes him rich, like the richest man in the world.
Hey, Rob, what happened to those frozen things?
They're in your car. I'm in the middle of a video.
I know, but
Yeah. Sorry.
And I was just like, do we have another question?
I tried to hit mute real quick. It didn't work. I do live at home. I am still in college. I will be leaving shortly. Okay, so it's just so he dies at the beginning of the movie, and these news reporters, his last words were Rosebud, and the news reporters can't figure out what it means, and so the whole movie, they're basically interviewing people from his life, asking them, what did Rosebud mean? And then at the end of the movie, you have to try and kind of make a decision for yourself. You can go the classic route of the easy route and say it's an object, but it could be a time period, it could be a person, it could be
Oh, snap.
anything.
I just had a movie rise to the charts.
Uh-oh, what was it?
The first Resident Evil went from 817 to 13.
Oh.
Um,
So what is your number? What you need to see this movie? It was actually on TMC
yeah.
the other day.
I mean, I know what Rosebud is.
But do you?
Yes.
Okay, do you think it's the sled?
It's his sled. Yeah. It's
Okay, his sled does have Rosebud painted on it, but if you listen to the guy at the very end of the movie, it kind of puts it more into perspective as it's more of like the way I view it is it's more
it's
of
his
a
childhood.
it's his childhood that was taken from him. It's actually that one moment in his life when the guy comes to take him away because he inherits this money, he takes him away. Before he takes him away, he actually throws or like shoves his sled at the guy, and like runs away. And so the part that impacts me is that he's like that one moment, singular moment, changes everything in his life, and that moment is actually what Rosebud is to me as a film critic.
Yeah.
Person.
You film critics like to look too much into movies.
Ooh, that's a good one, Logan. What are your top 5 worst movies you've ever seen? I probably have them over here.
Okay.
Okay, it's actually it's pretty funny, but I'm gonna go ahead and say this is pretty bad.
Titanic.
Really? No.
Avatar.
Titanic 2.
No. Avatar. Or wait, are you? Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go with that. I hated the most. Not like because I've seen terrible movies.
Okay.
But have enjoyed them. So I'm gonna go with the top 5 that I thought was the worst.
Okay.
And so Avatar, Titanic.
I only have good movies over here.
I have seen Crossroads.
I haven't seen that.
The Notebook.
Okay, come on. Give me the.
I look. I like rom-coms and romantic movies, but I hate The Notebook. That woman was a floozy. She was going around cheating on her fiance.
I love that movie.
Most people do. Most people do, and I'm kind of like everybody gives me that weird look when I say that. I'm trying to think of something recent that I've. Oh, you know what? Well, no, I wouldn't say it was worse. I mean, I just was kind of indifferent. I can't think of a 5.
All right. Okay. Let's go to number 2.
Okay.
What is your number 2?
What are your
Best
takes?
movie of all time.
Hold up. Let's see. Let me go ahead and do this real quick.
Haven't we touched on Noah?
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Emperor Penguin. If you check out our video on Christian movies, we talk about Noah. And Josh, we don't necessarily list our top 5 Christian movies in that same episode, but we do talk about some other ones that we feel were good examples of being Christian movies. So I'll actually put a link on the Facebook page after we're done with this one of that specific episode.
Thanks for asking that. Yeah. All right, so your number 2 favorite movie of all time.
Taken.
Okay. I gotta process that one for a minute. As your number 2. As your number 2.
Oh, you know what? Number 5, Butterfly Effect. That was a movie a lot of people I know liked it, and I hated that movie. Thought it was stupid.
I liked Butterfly Effect.
I look, a lot of people do. And we kind of remember I think we had this discussion about The Last of Us. I'm very big on the whole story.
Yeah.
fitting. And if there's something that I felt was dumb or out of place, it kind of in a lot of ways will kill the whole thing for me. And that was an example.
Okay.
But to talk about Taken, I think Taken was a successful way of bringing back the like good action movie
Yeah.
of just like I'm gonna kill everybody in front of me until I get to the person that I love that's in trouble, and nobody's gonna stop me. And it wasn't one of those. Yeah, the guy had some conflictions or whatever, but he was an action hero. I hate how there was this trend of oh, I've got to be damaged hero and okay, here you go. Here's you a good one. I have an option: the Last Boy Scout or the Royal Tenenbaums.
That's by Wes Anderson.
Yeah, I know. Guess what movie I just picked?
All right, so someone wrote on the the YouTube channel
Yeah.
for your least favorite movies. Said those are the most hipsterish answers ever.
Oh, for mine?
Yeah.
Look, I know. I hated
A lot of
Avatar.
people liked it. I hated it.
I know. I hated Avatar because I didn't want to sit for 3 hours and hear somebody's political opinion.
Okay, now you're saying Avatar, not The Last Airbender, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I love not the movie. The movie The Last Airbender is atrocious.
Yeah, I know.
I've seen the series, but no, I hated Titanic because I was like, ain't no woman gonna be after she's rescued see the guy that she's been in a relationship and just be like, I didn't believe that she would not like at least be like, yeah, here I am. I might not love you.
Well, if he's been a jerk the entire time.
And then, come on, do you really? That should
Okay.
There should have been that scene where Leonardo DiCaprio was like, "Oh my God, dude, you would never believe what I just did." I'm like, what? This woman just let me draw her naked, and then I got it on with her. How crazy is that?
And I stopped. It's all because I stopped her from killing herself.
Yeah, So
You just stopped a woman from killing herself from jumping over the edge. So what do? You push her right up against the edge.
Yeah.
And pretend like you're falling. All right. Your number 2 was Taken. My number 2. Oh, that's a really hard choice between those two. All right. Pulp Fiction. Number 2.
that's a good one. Have you seen the new Captain America?
Winter Soldier.
Yeah.
It's on my Dropbox. I need to watch it.
Oh. Because there is actually, and I will see if you can find it. See if you notice it. There is a Pulp Fiction reference in that movie.
I will look for it. That movie is amazing. I love what's his face? Why can't I remember his name?
Well, something that's cool with that movie is like, yeah, it basically
His name.
revived. Not related to movies, but did you guys hear about? Other chick flicks don't count. Yes, they do.
Is that what they wrote?
Yeah. Yeah, Josh, we heard about that, man. I don't know what to say, about the 12-year-olds. There's a lot you can say about it every time one of these shootings happens and video games are blamed or part of that person's life. I think the bigger trend in that, and now I say this, and it does not mean I'm against people taking prescription medication, especially for head stuff. I think the bigger cause is they're on the wrong medicine. Because I one time was taking Zoloft and it just made me crazy. But I was also sane enough to realize that I needed to take myself off of it and did. And actually got to a point where I could just realize that if I was feeling depressed and do things to get me not depressed, like go outside, go talk to somebody, yeah, that's neither one of us are really qualified to give an expert opinion on
I
that
will say that
situation.
when I was in high school, I had medication-induced depression also. Other than that, I got nothing to say for it.
Yeah, so
Um, Back on topic. Sorry, Josh. Um, yeah, I freaking love the way that Tarantino edited Pulp Fiction. I love the way that it just bounces around and starts at one point and then ends at the same point. I freaking love it.
well, and then also love, and it's his little, I guess you could say, Easter egg to everybody that always watches his movies, the way they're all in the same universe.
Yeah.
Because John Travolta's character in Pulp Fiction is brothers with, is he Orange? Is it Orange in Reservoir Dogs?
I'm not sure.
Anyways, the guy that cuts the cop's ears off, he
Oh,
is
yeah.
he's brothers with John Travolta's character.
Okay.
Even in Django Unchained, the guy that they're looking for on the bounty is like the great 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 grandfather of um uh, the
Somebody
guy
from
that was in the POW camp that had to watch up his booty.
Christopher Walken.
Yeah, Christopher Walken's. I think like he's the great, grandfather of Christopher Walken's character. So
That's funny. All right. And your cheating number one favorite movie of all time.
Iron Man 2. Yes.
I actually, when I first saw the Iron Man movies, I watched two before I saw one.
Oh man. Oh man, this is. Oh, okay, wait. This is still tough.
What is it?
Diamonds Are Forever,
I haven't seen it.
Casino Royale.
I actually haven't seen Diamonds Are Forever. So I'd have to say Casino Royale in that case.
I think I'm gonna go Diamonds Are Forever. It doesn't really get better than Sean Connery.
I don't like Sean Connery as Bond. I don't.
Okay.
I'm definitely a Pierce Brosnan.
Well, I think that makes sense because that's who you would have been growing up watching.
Exactly. Pierce Brosnan, then Daniel Craig,
I think
then
Pierce
then
Brosnan
a
was a good Bond. He was just in terrible Bond movies.
true. Not sure. I don't really like Bond being Scottish or Irish, whatever he is. Irish. I like him being straight up British. All right. Anything you want to say about Iron Man 2?
It's amazing. Actually, all the Marvel movies I enjoy. I know a lot of people kind of hated on Iron Man 2. I actually like it. I mean, it was a pretty good setup movie. I think they was going one way as far as some of the stuff they set up because like there's scenes in the background where you see stuff that happens from the Hulk. But then with the Edward Norton's contract like fell through, because I almost have a feeling that we would have seen another Hulk movie maybe even before Avengers, but
I was kind of disappointed that we didn't.
yeah, well, what I would love to see is that them continue setting up, and um, I'd eventually want to get to like a World War Hulk movie
Hmm.
or series of movies because that was awesome. Like, because the whole story in the comics is the Illuminati, which is made up of like Professor X, Iron Man, Reed Richards, and a couple other guys, realize that the Hulk is too dangerous to stay on Earth. Put him in a rocket, shoot him out to outer space. He lands on this planet, rises up as a gladiator to become king of the planet, marries, has a child. The rocket that he was on, or another rocket from Earth, crashes on the planet and blows up because it's a nuclear bomb and kills like everybody on the planet, including all his loved ones. So the Hulk and like some of the other gladiators get on a ship and fly back to Earth, and Hulk just starts wrecking face. Like he gets so mad he breaks both of Colossus's arms while Colossus is in like full on metal mode.
Wow. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
That'd be interesting. I cannot wait for Chris Pratt in Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that.
Yeah, they actually just have a new
Groot, I'm not sold on yet.
they just have a new trailer come out
Did they?
that possibly has Thanos in it.
Can we pull that up on YouTube?
Oh yeah, we should be able to.
See if we can do that. See if that'll show up on the. All right, so that was your number one.
Okay.
My number one favorite movie of all time, The Big Lebowski.
It's a good choice.
Gotta love the Coen brothers, man.
Gotta find his yeah, you know what? I'm probably, now that I think of it, I'm maybe not as bad, but I would say the Coen brothers are almost like I'm with them how you all are with Wes Anderson. I
Okay.
will watch any Coen brothers movie. I don't need to see anything about it. Like I even liked Burn After Reading, and that was kind of one of their weaker movies.
When I went to go see Grand Budapest Hotel, I was telling my friend, like, they were asking if I could hang out, and I was like, nah, I'm gonna go with one of my buddies and see Grand Budapest Hotel. They're like, oh, what's that about? I literally looked at him and went, I have no idea.
Yeah.
And I was like, and I don't care. And I love
So I don't think I can. It's not letting me add trailers to the. So I guess maybe the playlist was something we were supposed to do before we get live, and then you can do it. How long have we been talking?
Playlist.
Yeah, it's the one. The picture shows a dude with like a purple looking hammer.
Okay.
Like that's the new TV spot.
Yeah, I'm clicking the button and nothing's popping up.
Yeah.
Oh well, we tried. We'll do that some other time.
Ooh, this is tough.
What do you got?
The Ring
Okay.
or Gone with the Wind. Now I know I did say Gone with the Wind is one of my favorite movies of all time.
I'm gonna say Gone with the Wind, dude.
So is The Ring. The Ring was a movie that really surprised me. Actually, funny story with The Ring. So I'm in my bedroom watching it. Get done watching it. It's like, wow, that was a crazy movie. Walking down the hallway, no sooner than I turn the corner, the phone rings. And so I just stand there, and I'm like, I am not about to answer that phone. I'm going to let my mother answer that phone. And, yeah.
I'll let my mom die in 24 hours, in 1 week. Okay, so I got this one. You're not gonna like it. The Butterfly Effect or Cinderella, the animated version.
That was weird.
I'm gonna say Cinderella.
I'm sorry, you said Cinderella, that was all I heard.
The Butterfly Effect or Cinderella.
Cinderella, I hated Butterfly Effect.
I know you did.
All right, so I guess we are going to call it.
Okay, hold on.
What?
Ghostbusters,
Okay.
Emperor Strikes Back.
Emperor Strike. Oh, wait. First Ghostbusters?
First Ghostbusters. Oh, man.
You know what? If
Somebody send me an answer. Somebody tell me what to do. I don't know what to do here.
Anytime, I have no idea. Emperor Penguin. I use capture software. I don't have a capture card.
Use PC. It kind of you got the Roxio and you've got an HD PVR of some sort. I
Hey,
would.
you know what, man? Post that on like our Facebook page because there's a couple of guys that
It would be great to answer that for you.
are working on video stuff for us that know more than I do. I mean, Rob knows stuff,
I
but
don't know a whole lot for
but
capture
yeah,
video.
but about capture card, yeah. Like I said, I just capture everything on the PC, and I use software. It's actually through Steam. It's a LifeCam game, 100 FPS game capture. That's what I use to do. I do need to get a capture card so I can start doing console stuff, but Elgato is a good one I've heard. Well, there you go.
All right.
All right, we're actually fixing to end it up. Logan, we're actually Sunday. We're gonna do a E3 kind of pre E3 show. So we will answer all that stuff then.
Yes, we will have stuff all next week. Stay tuned.
And on that note, I think we're gonna end it. Thanks to the 4 people that were watching while we was doing this. That was awesome.
You guys are
We might start doing more of the just question and answer shows as far as Hangout. Spending the summer to kind of play with things, see what works best for the Hangout.
check out the website. Check out the forums. Check out the Facebook page. Yep.
And what was that I always cut you off with, Rob?
Oh, what is it? The future is